is no slouch either. That is the referee, Victor Hlungwani, a FIFA referee, a CAF referee who reffed the World Cup qualifiers in his day, but also was there when they did the Super Cup final for CAF. This team, the best there is when it comes to giving you analysis and points of view. Welcome to it. And then they get just me, unfortunately. Hey guys. One of you is supposed to say, hey, ma.
Yeah.
Yes,
You're right.
yes,
Here's my quiz. Doggy, I want to know, along with the league and continental title to my name at the age of 26 years and 132 days, I've now become the youngest player to reach 250 club appearances with Lelekaya. Doggy, who am I? Coach, who am I?
Yeah. And namhlanje siphakamisela amasokisi. Uthatha ama-secret socks wawaphakamisa afika emadolweni namhlanje.
Jekonia, do you know? He says he's going to come back. He's not sure. I can tell you now that Vic has absolutely no idea. Very quickly, we're going to be doing a masterclass. What do you have?
Yeah, we want to establish why is it important for a team to use wing play as a tactical ploy and what are the requirements?
Okay, we're going to go into that in just a bit. Right now, though, we need to hear from Mr. Ref. What do you have going on, Tavik?
We're going to Tashrik Matthews. He survived the first red. The second red, they got him. But we'll tell you more. It could have been worse. But let me go to the book, and then I'll come back and finish it up here.
Welcome back, Soccer Zone. Hamba phambili ke makhulunywa ezebhola. Weekend na idlalile ke. Abaningi bayibuza ukuthi imidlalo ngabe iqembu elithile lenza kanjani ukuthi lihlule. Abanye bathi lo waphuma ngathola red card noma mhlawumbe bekuyilona igoli yini leyo. Haye, Masila ku Soccer Zone. Lezi ndaba lezi sithatha sisike unombembe wethu.
Siyabonga we're going to TS Galaxy and Mamelodi Sundowns. Here we see what we call a tackle or a challenge that endangers the safety of an opponent should be sanctioned as serious foul play. Let's go to the clip and then see Tashrik Matthews. We see Tashrik Matthews here doing what we call a serious foul play. Over the ball, he goes with starts, and that challenge, the player should have received a red card. If you look at it there, you will see that he goes over the ball and then he goes and injures someone. It can take someone's career. So, dear, he survived. But let's go. Fast forward to that. We're going to the next game where Sundowns was playing Penny home defenders. The same Tashrik Matthews. Let's see what he does. We'll show you the first one. He gets a yellow card for Spa, stopping a promising attack. As you can see, he's using hands to stop the play. That is called tactical foul. So correctly so, referee Mabutu gave a yellow card for that. Now, when we go to the next one, you will see that the same Tashrik, I don't know, nobody spoke to him, but look at what he does. He goes in there with starts above the ankle. Look at it there. That is serious foul play. So the player should have received a straight red, not a yellow card and a red. So now the referee gave him a yellow and a second yellow, and then that's red. So this is incorrect. It was supposed to be straight red. He goes. But I hope he has learned from this one. Let's go to the next one where we saw a handball. TS Galaxy here was playing in a Nedbank Cup against Durban City, Tequin. Now here, if we go to it, we'll see that there's a handball. We talk about natural or unnatural position. When the hands are outstretched, if you look at Ndlovu there, his hands are outstretched. When Lichalo headed the ball, the hands are outstretched. They make contact with the ball there. So the player is taking a risk. When he takes a risk in that situation, penalty should have been awarded to TS Galaxy, and in this case, it was not awarded. The last one, we're going to Kaizer Chiefs. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Here, we see here a highly experienced referee, Akona Makalima, was the referee of the match on the elite panel of CAF. Now, here we see holding. There's too much holding. Both legs by Modi there, or Muabade on Modi. The second one. So the referee delayed for those hold. The referee was spoiled for choice. Yeah. Whether to choose this one or this one. But with her experience, she delayed the whistle.
And then the second one, nothing happened, and then she blew for a penalty. So correct decision by Akwana Makalima to give a penalty in this situation.
We appreciate it. Thanks so much from the principal. Listen, years from now, my son will ask me, Dad, this team that you love so much, why is it that you support it? Because since I've been born, you've done absolutely nothing but cry. But you know what, my son? We live in faith that one day Man United will come back. When we come back, we'll cover the Premier League. Mamelodi Sundowns, the whole of last season, they got 6 red cards. This season, not even over yet, halfway, they've already amassed 8 red cards. It's their worst season when it comes to getting red cards. But the ref will take a look at that there. Mazura Mlefe, the best journalist when it comes to all things football in South Africa, takes us through the news.
Well, Andile, we've got the draw. Breaking news, quarterfinals in terms of the Nedbank Cup. We had the round of 16 just a couple of days ago, and it's now concluded. Of course, SuperSport United and Orlando Pirates possibly being the pick of the draw there. Durban City facing Marumo Gallants, and Stellies hosting Kaizer Chiefs as well. And we still have that Royal AM saga that's ongoing at the moment. It means Mamelodi Sundowns will have to wait and see who they play between those clubs as well. So dates and fixtures have been confirmed. The dates and venues will then be given to us by the Premier Soccer League in the next few days. Let's now move on to news in terms of what is happening on the local scene, local market. Hlungwani Serero, do you remember him? Cream, as he was called, after playing out in the Persian Gulf for some time. His contract came to an end. He was spotted just a couple of days ago, in fact, last week, in Cape Town, reuniting with John Committees, and I'm told that he's in talks now, possibly, to reunite with Cape Town City in terms of John Committees there, who's the owner, trying to get him back. But I can tell you at home that Hlungwani Serero has also been presented to a couple of other clubs in Gauteng to see if they can take on the 35-year-old on a free, as his contract obviously has come to an end out in the Persian Gulf. And then another interesting story that's also a local scene, but possibly could see Emil Vetboy heading abroad. He signed a contract now to be managed by the famous Rock Sports Nation. This is an agency that also manages our Springbok captain, Usiamtanda Kolisi, as well. A bright prospect, Ma'a?
Yeah, I mean, he went to Chelsea on trials, this boy. He's one of the best 16-year-olds you've ever seen play. He's part of the national team at that level. We'll be going to AFCON in a couple of days, in a couple of months as well. Coach, what do you think? Rock Nation taking over his career.
It opens his career open. Because, wide open, because it gives him an opportunity to rub shoulders at the same stable as a captain of the country in Springbok, and also a Vinicius Junior. A Vinicius Junior, every young player out there wants to be running across the field just like him. So it is for him to equal that with his performance, level-headed. And his father, I'm sure he's proud, Uralani, to say, my son is there, and he just needs to keep his feet on the ground and just take every opportunity that comes.
And Uralani had been managing him up until this point.
Yeah, and I can tell you, just to add a little bit more context, Emil Vetboy, after spending time at Chelsea were interested, but I'm told John Committees, now moving on to the next story, a player who's gone out of the country. Surprise move this late on Friday before the Libyan transfer window closed. TT, Tatoyawane Ditloko, the Botswana captain, has left Kaizer Chiefs. And before I get Doggy's comment, here's what the coach, Nazaruddin Nabi, had to say in his reaction of the left back, centre back, leaving Amakosi.
This is a good opportunity for him, for his life, for the family. And like that, Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs is not only sport result, no, human respect for everyone. He's give to Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs give to return for him. This is a high-level club in the world, like Kaizer Chiefs. For myself, we need to look, I'm happy for return for Duve. We have a possibility Duve. We have Mashani. Happy Mashani today have too much time, don't play. Maybe the tempo of the time, but it's not bad. Is for me, maybe offensively he's very good.
Umqeqeshi weKaizer Chiefs ke yena loyo nabo ukhuluma ngayo uthatha yone ongasekho uthe efika ngasekho ku-Chiefs uthe efika uthe efika Dogi azange amdlali
Yeah.
ubengekho kuma plans wakhe suka nasebhenchini ubungamboni kakhulu kodwa kule nsuku edlukane hayi cha bese mlahlela impela.
Yeah, uqinisile uDihloko bokuyi one of the players that I coach bengakabonisisi kahle. And uke wadlala umfana omncane wakambutho if ukhumbula abadlala eBloemfontein. But it's a good trip. I mean, a good venture for Dihloko. 26 years old. He has featured for 32 games for Kaizer Chiefs. And he only played for what? Supersport Kaizer Chiefs in
Can
Botswana.
Chiefs do without him?
Yeah, they can. Like the coach is saying, I mean, I think Marcian is there. Dove hasn't played. And I think, like on shooting at I have to make sure with the position. But for him to go to Libya, I think it's another step.
Well, the final story, Kaizer Chiefs are supposed to play them this coming Friday, but I don't think this fixture is going to take place. I'm talking about Royal AM. The SARS curator has won the case in their bid to recoup their money, and now they've been given permission to sell the franchise. Remember, Mr. James Fenter was appointed by the South African Revenue Services to recoup that 40 million SARS debt from Royal AM, and now it looks a possibility. Last week we told you that the EXCO were meeting in terms of considering possible options to expel the club. We'll keep a close watch on this one, but Royal AM, as it stands, on the verge of being sold, and it remains to be seen whether those fixtures will go ahead until.
Mazola ha ke tsena mo ke dile mmero go ke tswa radio go tlile doctor ba la lithium tsae ba re ona faki 5 ngizofaka 10 so I can show you know Royal DK I can show thank you so much Mazola Molefe with the news. Now let's go to the MVP. This has got everything to do with you uhlele khaya ngabukhetha umthandayo yini. Have a look.
Sibilibili is only 22 years old, joined TS Galaxy in 21-22 season. He scores the only goal that secures them 3 points against the log leaders, Mamelodi Sundowns.
Umabasa wawubasa umlilo madoda kwesikaMaminzela isigodi ebeka abhuquza phansi iBaroka ngamagoli amathathu kwelilodwa.
Sisuke South Africa siyaphesheya uMamush, the Man City new signee. He scores 3 goals to make sure Man City secures 4-0 indoda yase-Egypt.
Hey, Zamovic, Lapret, yes, watch out for that number 9. He's setting it up, but I mean, he's also helped by the fact that there's Sibilibili out there. Mamouche is doing his things in the Premier League. We give you that. 100% here on the weekends. We give you that Meshe Mabasa as well. He's 14 goals away from getting to that mammoth amount that Vilagazi put up for Orlando Pirates. Will he get there? That's what we want to know from you. Who are you giving? Vote your favorite. In this game, Real AM is most likely to not exist before the end of the season. SARS have been given the right by the courts, and there can't be an appeal to it to sell the club. Whoever buys the club incurs it with its debt, footstooth as it is. You have to pay Nokovic's 15 million. You have to pay all the debts owed to it. So, what do you think? Following the decision to sell Real AM amid the allegations that John Mkhize is owing 14 million to SARS debts. Remember, out of that 40 that they need to take from that, there still needs to be the 15, etc., etc. Is there an interested buyer out there? Maybe it's you. Let us know your thoughts on this here topic and what it's caused in our football. Speaking of football, it's about time we get into it. And there was a game during the week in the Betway Premiership. Have a look. Right, it's not yet ready, but it was Mamelodi Sundowns and TS Galaxy that played midweek. Yeah. And one of the things that come out here, yes, to better teams here, they lost their second game only.
Yeah, they lose their second game only because they seem to struggle against a team that has reinforced defense. Because you look at TS Galaxy, how they played, they were doubling up in how they were defending. Yes, nobody was going alone to go against Sundowns. And the transitions was important because they had key players. Look at the 3 players that are up front. They're waiting to transit from defense to attack.
Definitely. Even though this player here, I used to doubt his capability in terms of skill. You know, you look at this player here, Zamovic. Umazamana. So look at the skill, and always it's either he score goals or we are creator or himself we are scorella. But Sibilibili has been quiet for some time,
and he's readying himself. And then to Kulumaya coach, they said, we need to do a low block, let's get the first goal, and we'll win the game. And that's what happened.
Yeah, Zanan Zamovic. That was the result on Tuesday, 1-0. Mamelodi Sundowns losing only their second match, derailing them from further record-breaking this coming season. But there's going to be games galore coming this week as well, starting tomorrow. Cape Town City and Chippa United Chiefs and SuperSport United. You saw Gavin Hunt at the last Chiefs game, watching them and taking notes. He needs to start winning, because take a look at what the log looks like at the moment. You take a look at that last 8. Who do you see at position 12? It's SuperSport United, only on 17 points. They need to move from there.
They need to move from there, and it's not only them, Marumo Gallants, because now with the sale of Royal AM, we know they are not a bad team themselves. So it means in the 7 games that they still have to play, they might catch up. Though it's going to be a backlog of those matches, but it's going to be really tricky in the second round.
In unfamiliar territory, Stellenbosch, number 9 too.
Into bengibuza ukuthi ngoba mangifika la esipilo bengicabanga ukuthi Stellenbosch ngikhamba sekho league ngoba ngibona kule page engale mina ngibathwayile bangakuleya page and ngapha bokuya abakithi basenaturena kodwa uyababona sebakuphi mfowethu.
Chiefs, they're sitting in 6th. They've dropped one, Doggy. They were in 5th.
Yeah, but yes, in 5th, but to a point, siyabuya. But then, again, give credit again to Hlungwani City. They're still maintaining that position, Lapana, and they're going out strong. So I need to give them credit.
Mamelodi Sundowns, London Pirates, remember, with 14 games, there's 2 games in hand, so they could close that gap to just 3 points that Mamelodi Sundowns has opened, and then Hlungwani City dropping points off late as well. So I'm pretty sure that's something TS Galaxy, who are having the best run of any team in the Betway Premiership at the moment, although their 13-game overall run was put to stop in the Nedbank Cup. Speaking of the Nedbank Cup, we'll be back with that after the break.